Greetings, I'm Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And this music,
It's really soft, smooth jazz. Like
let's play a game together.
Yes, absolutely.
With the jazz music.
Soft piano. Like I have to say, I really like jazz. Honestly, I feel like it's really been underrated, and I always feel really bad about it. Like in the sense of going, like I cannot understand, like bad about like. The way that I was exposed to it was basically my dad being like, yeah, I really just don't like jazz. It just,
Yeah, sure.
And I'm like, jazz is really pretty, like, and I just like, the classic.
It's soft jazz. All right,
yeah.
So, right into my chest, and I'm going to talk to myself for a couple minutes.
Hi.
What is he doing? Your heart's racing. I was just embarrassed and terrified, and things explode, and people try to trample me, and you dragged me out the back door, and it's cold out here, and... Yes it is. You are correct.
Sir?
Correct, sir. Are you afraid of me?
What?
What?
Phoenix?
Excuse me?
What have you been watching?
Phoenix? Is that... Hang on. Are you trying to understand human romance again? And you're going, fear is what strikes dokies into the hearts of women?
Right?
Fear
is what strikes boners into the hearts of women.
Yes!
Yes!
How does that follow? Or are you afraid of your own
So
feelings?
you know that I'm deeply romantic. Deeply.
It's okay. I saw this.
Judges you in
Him,
cowboy.
I'm quoting exactly this telenovela that I saw with, Grandpa. I was, are you afraid of me or are you afraid of your own feelings?
This is so ridiculous.
But without context,
okay.
That doesn't work, Phoenix. No, but the line, it was really romantic when they did it. It was great. It was really powerful.
Let's talk about this also in regards to a context that I have run into where some people are just like, yeah, again, your body responds or whatever else. And I'm going, you guys, you start sounding like you're doing rape dialogue. Can we not do the non-consent rape dialogue? Now, again, if this is the kind of story you want to write, but I've also heard people use these lines, and it sometimes makes me uncomfortable.
Your body's doing something that you won't admit to, and it's going, no, your body's doing something different than your brain. I have actually talked about it before, and going, in the way that I am like professed demisexual, and my friends, a couple of friends that I have that are more, it's called allosexual, but I'm unfamiliar with the term. Basically, so if you haven't heard it, it just means normal sexual expression. And I say normal in the sense of like a psychological kind of way you're considered average.
Right.
And you don't identify outside of average, which took me a while to get. But as a demisexual for me, I've had some of my allosexual friends be like, you are amazingly demisexual. Like, you have so little response to people unless you know them well. It's phenomenal. Sometimes I wonder if you're more ace. And then I see you actually having a response to someone and I go, holy crap. And it's just wild. It's a really strong contrast at any rate. But the thing is I can have physiological responses to people that are quite strong sometimes, even quite quickly. And for me, in my own mind, as a cerebral creature with freedom of choice, I am not interested. So I don't want it. And therefore, I'm not being, as in the anime, there is this trope, dishonest about what I want. Or my body is not telling the truth. My body is telling a different story than my mind, and I am allowed to choose with my mind. And that is what is part of being a sentient and sapient creature, is that no matter what the stimulus around you is, you have the ability to think and choose based on what you want.
And that is actually a thing that's very important, I think, for a lot of people to realize, is going, you are still choosing and making choices, even if it's just not to act on it. Yeah, sure. Like, again, I understand the thing about intrusive thoughts. They're going, wow, that thing would be really interesting, but you have no reason then to go, then I'm going to go and act that, or demand that exists a part of my life, because then you're taking away somebody else's autonomy or ability to choose themselves.
If it has to do with someone else. So anyways, the idea, I just like the idea that he saw this on a soap opera, maybe not even a television, maybe it's an American soap opera.
Right.
And he's like, this sounds perfect. Are you afraid of me? Are you afraid of your own feelings? And then with huge amounts of 4 seasons of context for this line, it's incredibly powerful. Him, no context for this line. It was super powerful. I'll use it.
Right, it looked great. There was a huge reaction to it, but also, like, even just for me in general, of being like, it kind of makes me consider how much where I've been really frustrated with parts of this game. Like, we have talked about it occasionally back and forth of going, like, all right, when we get to the end, who the fuck are we choosing? And I am completely uninterested in any of them as they are written on the page. And you've probably heard me say this, but I will say this out loud. I really like the way my friend plays Phoenix. It's been fun, and I've kind of lost it for me personally playing like Phoenix or playing Dylan or Rye, excuse me, because there's so much more associated drama.
There's also a lot more limiting dialogue with them because they're explicit about their drama. And Phoenix really doesn't have any drama, so you can add anything to him. He's a much more open canvas to work with.
Granted, now again, in the way that they do try to play him, he does seem to be that more heavily aggressive, like basically sexual character. Now, is he really being as physically aggressive? No, but that doesn't mean that what he's saying isn't also considered to be aggressive. And aggressive in this case is not intended to be a negative thing. It's just a more open whatever. You can take this. Some people really like it, other people really don't, and that's the thing.
So
but I'm just like, I don't know.
It does sound like he's building up to your body's telling me that you feel things and going, look,
haven't we heard this fucking line
and
now
me just
before?
going, okay, so we did literally come out of an extreme exciting situation that was, and I say exciting as in it caused physiological excitement. Things moved faster. More neurons fired, okay? So
there was water spraying everywhere,
right?
like really.
We got cold, we got confused, we got scared, we got, we were in danger of harm, we got embarrassed, all that. All right. Anyway. I'm not sure what my feelings are other than cold, damp, embarrassed, feeling trapped and frustrated, like my life is moving forward without any agency from my own self.
Moist.
Oh, yeah, I'm also feeling a little moist. And then they got wet. Ha, ha.
And then they get wet.
Right.
And then they get wet. Him.
Well, I know what mine are telling me. And I didn't get scared or surprised or confused by any of that stuff. So my heart's beating for a different reason, okay? Because I find it kind of cool to be alone with you. And also I think it's really cool that I got to rescue you this time because I really wanted to. And God, those other two are going to be so jealous, even though I don't want to shit on them. But they really will because I got to help you. And
of course they'll be jealous because I'm awesome.
Because they will, because you're awesome. That's why they'll be jealous, huh? He grabs the front of my blouse, tugging me forward to him.
And then he tears part of the blouse / distends it and ruins some of the fabric. So that's actually one of the reasons sometimes that I've seen people get very grumpy, is that you really can, like if you're yanking on clothes,
it stretches them out really bad. I've had clothes that people have grabbed and it leaves these permanent little indention divots for where their fingers were that dug into the fabric, and you can't straighten it out without stretching the whole thing again, or without soaking it and then drying it and trying to reform the fabric.
Or I was about to say, or you have to basically go steam dry it, kind of thing, or use an iron.
Yeah, you have to work to get it back into the right shape. So it's not cool. I've also had people grab my jeans and it tore my jeans, and they were my favorite pair, and I was really grumpy about it, and I'm not bitter. It's fine. Anyway, he grabs the front of my work blouse.
Didn't I do that to you on one occasion on accident? It's like when we were running around, and I think like I pulled on one of the sides.
Like a belt loop. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't hold it against you, so I forgot. If
I pulled it off, would you hold it against me?
Oh my God! I tear your jeans, will you hold it against me? Oh my God! We meet in a kiss.
What?
Our lips cool and damp. Why are his lips cool? Is he okay? He's actually super fucking nervous, like crazy, loses his heat.
Or he's sick.
He
just has been trying to hide it.
Or he's just staying damp kind of thing to join you, and it's taking a toll on him.
He's like, I don't like this.
I'm trying to join you in your activity.
I will join you in the thing, and these are the lines, and this is so not sexy
so
or
uncomfortable.
interesting.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, body feels gross.
Our lips cool and damp against each other. The kiss melts into another and another, as maybe he gets warmer or I get warmer, or he just looks grumpy this whole time. So I'm like, okay, so we're kissing here, and theoretically we're doing a lot of kissing here, which while I'm soaked, also again he's not warm, he's cool for some reason, and he's got this dissatisfied look on his face the entire time. My friend's gonna die here trying to fake kisses. Going, no. I just kiss my hand.
Yes, my hand.
I'm just like, I love that he looks just grumpy and dissatisfied the entire time. I just keep kissing him. Why? I keep kissing him. Why? I keep kissing him. He just stands there like, see, you totally got feelings of some kind, surely. Otherwise you wouldn't be doing that, right?
Right?
I've stopped shivering.
He has become a friend.
He's finally gotten warm. He's like, I can't join you being damp anymore. You just keep getting a whoosh. There, we're dry. It's fine. We're not wet anymore. Phoenix.
And then
okay, why were his lips cold if he is warming you up? Help me out. Phoenix is warming me up, and for some reason we keep kissing, like he always does. Like he was made of toast in that sleeping bag. I almost died of heat as opposed to shivering.
Actually,
it was amazing. I just was like, I need to take everything extra off. No
socks
socks for me. I'm gonna lay here in a t-shirt and panties with a guy who's honestly really polite as far as sharing a sleeping bag goes, and just be like, warm is better than cold, but toast, wow.
Toasty,
that makes me smile, that he's keeping me warm. What are you smiling about?
Also, I've been kissing your teeth for like the past 2 minutes
Because you keep smiling. You start smiling. He's like,
I'm so
I tried to. No, it's all teeth. Everything's teeth. You're smiling. Huh? I'm not good at the kisser, huh? To be honest,
I doubt it, but
I have done it a lot, but that doesn't mean it fits your preferences. Just so you know.
that's true.
Modest as ever. That sounds like you.
Aye. What does that have to do with modesty?
Because it doesn't. That's the joke.
Oh.
Because, I'm super good at kissing. So modest. Dylan going,
But also being like, I was very good at kissing. So modest. You actually tried to tell him that he's shit at it?
Yes.
That's why I'm like, how is that?
I'm modest kicking in. I'm amazing. Dylan, modest as ever.
Ah, yes. Modest as ever.
Yep, that's the one. All right. Him. You just keep kissing me. You don't seem okay. This is a weird, different behavior for you. Gently pushes you to his side, arm around your shoulder, like so you can't reach up to kiss him. It's fine. We'll just take you home from the party. It's fine. But we were kissing, and I know very little about kissing, and I'm very inexperienced. And it seemed nice in this moment of trauma and panic and dissociation and, explosions of things. And it sets off a lot of what, stories have told me. This should be the romantic thing in me. So, come on. Let's get you home. I'm not self-aware for all of that. Can you kiss me some more? Taking you home. Did you drink something at that party? Because I think you might be just a little bit disinhibited. Good idea. I really need to change out of these gross work clothes that are also now soaked and sticking to me.
Yeah.
Want my help?
I can help.
Take me out of my oh God, Phoenix.
No, like getting you home.
I know.
And she's like, Phoenix, what?
To take me out of my clothes, want my help to get you home.
What?
Because I said we should get you home, and I'm offering to help do that, I roll my eyes, making him laugh. At least he's back to his playful self. He's mostly playful. That is good.
Shockingly.
Actually, the one time that Tamal is accurate about going, he's back to his playful self, rather than, you're always one of your serious moments, one of your dark moods. Going, what? All right.
Okay.
As long as that Phoenix is with
that
me.
Phoenix. That Phoenix. Oh,
that specific
that
Phoenix.
Other Phoenixes. What?
As long as that Phoenix is with me, I believe everything will be okay. Okay, as long as Phoenix is with me. So they wanted to say, so long that Phoenix is with me, or as long as Phoenix is with me. It's for when I have edited this kind of thing. What it is they started the sentence with two different things in mind, and then when they finally picked out which one it was, they forgot to delete all of the other one. And if you've ever written, you might have noticed this in like emails or even text messages and things, where you start to say it one way and go, oh no, I should say it this other way, and then you leave one of the, basically an artifact word in place. So, as long as Phoenix is with me, I believe everything will turn out okay.
Whee!
Poof!
Why, there you are, small.
I just followed the puddle out the back door.
I followed the sound of water. And I found you.
Phoenix.
Are you alright?
Really?
Then you got wet.
Good call. Freely.
We were just.
You.
That's not Dylan. Anyway,
That's
we were just about to come to look for you. So the reason we do really honestly get confused, because usually when they switch characters,
they switch the
is
visual.
when they're switching, the visuals as well.
And
so
sometimes they do not.
They do not, and it's really fucking confusing.
I'm fine. At least I won't need to take a shower later.
Yes,
I
you
will. I came from work.
Yes.
But I can do that as a joke, though. At least I won't need to take a shower later. Irony. I can see that. Okay, I can see it. All right. Well, we did want to give you a party to remember. Are you going to remember it now? Because you got wet. And if you didn't watch if you didn't watch the episode where we established that fire dragons have get wet water humor, then you're missing out, because that's what we're laughing at. All right.
Honestly, they're really fucking good jokes, and I don't care. They should have an entire line filled with water jokes.
Yeah, you know what? You want world building to be freaking hilarious.
Oh,
and you know what? Potentially, even though they are much more formal, you might even have like your water dragons going, and then I completely dried up. And there we go! And I didn't have any water, and there was no water nearby, and it was so dry, and then my sponge was completely dry. I can see it.
Somewhere, Thunder Dragons, I hate you guys.
I hate you guys. You guys are awful. Someone going, I know, it's just way too quiet, isn't it?
They creak around. Yes!
All right.
They got the fire dragons and the water dragons. Oh my god, those guys, they have no humor.
Their humor's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. I say we exceeded your expectations, wouldn't you? Since I expected nothing. Yeah?
Phoenix! I'm gonna keep yawning at you, but did you have anything to do with that explosion in there? Because
Yeah.
otherwise I'm going to judge you in Cowboy, and it will be severe this time.
Yeah, of course I did. I totally had to do with that explosion. You see, I was playing with the alcohol. I was going to make one of those cool flaming drinks for small and be like, here, you should drink this. It won't even catch your hair on fire. And, you know, like I said, the alcohol content's a lot different here. And what they use to make it's a lot different here. It just went up like mad. Yes, it was totally me.
Perhaps you need a...
Oh, that's a little harsh.
Oh,
Suddenly. Really?
wow.
Whoa. Okay, that suggests
Okay.
an extreme level of nervousness.
I
will suddenly
am
be
not kidding.
condescending
Where...
and petty.
So in regards to, again, the narrative of the way that the story likes to go, I am amused and entertained that, again, the most aggressive one, which maybe some people really would rather have basically a character, their main character, interested, or be someone basically that would be more interested in Phoenix. I can totally see basically where, if anybody probably was reviewing this game, and they were like, God, Small is so, you know, whatever, and she's so soft or so squishy or blah, 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 or whatever else.
Or,
like,
you know, sometimes passive, or she's really bitchy, or whatever it is.
yeah, I mean, whatever it is, but also being like, you really can't choose. So trying to choose anything else, like, you really do come across, I think, more people who are basically just like, I hate the main character or the protagonist. Like, I always have that problem because
the framing of the game sets it up to be such a challenge.
Right. And like, even when I've played video games, sometimes I've sat there and just been like, God, I fucking hate the main hero. They're so oblivious or ridiculous or whatever else, because they don't spend a lot of time actually dealing with a lot of the hero's issues or in relation to what they do or don't see. And sometimes, shockingly, I think that what happens for me is going like, you're not really establishing basically that character's knowledge. You're assuming basically that character's, you know, they're the in character. That's the character that you're going to play, or this is the character you're going to read the perspective of, and you're going to go, yes, I am most like you. And I'm going, I am more like the people out there because you make some of the dumbest, most unobservant choices I've ever seen.
You sound like a walnut. It's fine.
Which is sad because I'm like, but they're supposed to be your in character. Why do people write in characters so badly?
So I was just thinking that you have this experience where both Phoenix and Dylan have teamed up on Rye of going, you're not involved with this, you abdicated and ran away. And then you've had an experience where both Dylan and Rye have teamed up on Phoenix to go, you're in cover, you're bad.
Rye, though, has decided to join in.
But nobody has teamed up against Dylan.
At all.
He is, again, framed as your sort of most optimal choice. As far as the story being, you know, guiding an impressionable reader kind of thing of going, there are all these framing devices and all of these, you know, basically methods to show that he's the only one that's not being basically shoved out and judged as your choice.
Entertained in regards to this, perhaps you need a babysitter instead of a wife. Okay. Because a lot of wives basically are treated like babysitters. That's why you have wives, because they babysit children. And even they babysit their husbands, which is a very sad and very frustrating dynamic that I've watched a lot of women who identify as women, really, of just being like,
in the wife role, or in the domestic partner role.
Where they are just babysitting. That's what they feel like. And they're like, I'm so frustrated, I feel completely unseen, and sort of just like, I'm the hired help. And it's like, yeah, because this is not a thing you signed up for or a thing that you wanted, and we're never going to discuss it or talk about it or really go over it, and then we're going to go, why are you having such problems?
He's always been this explosive since the very beginning. None of you complained the way he dealt with Nico except for me. So why do you have a problem with this? It's okay. It's okay, guys. The two things you've had big problems with him before are both precedented in other behaviors that you didn't have a problem with. So we don't understand what the issue is.
I don't either, other than the fact that, again, because we're potentially just bringing up more...
Because we're late game and we just want to have drama. It doesn't need continuity.
Or again, to me, I'm just like, it seems like more aggressive, basically, conversations in regards to Phoenix, because they're going, he is blatantly more and more sexual. Which I don't know if I agree with that, but fine. I don't know.
Both of them standing at the fire, you know, exit just staring at you while you kiss. Phoenix being like, this is really going on a little bit long.
It's a little bit,
Both of them going, really? It's been going on for like 3 minutes.
Dylan, I'm embarrassed. Excuse me while I did my ascot.
I'm just going to take my cravat. Isn't it a cravat?
Ascot or cravat.
Okay, and then puts it over your face, just like, whoa. All right. The important thing is, no one got hurt. Come on, let's call it a night and go home.
I'm very chill out.
And
also,
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lead you all by tone. Because you know what? I've worked at that cafe for so long, and I was the longest employee there because, you know, they cycle through those jobs really quickly, and because, you know, he couldn't fire me. But let's not talk about that. So I actually do have some leadership skills, and I do a lot of, emotional tonal leadership. And so you know what? I'm going to be as chill as possible. Be like, come on, you guys. let's just go home and call it a night.
Good day.
All right.
I was also going to say, actually, really quickly, another thing that bothers me is the conversation of babysitter and wife kind of thing. We
Okay.
haven't established what a wife looks like. So Dylan could be talking about any number of things, actually.
Instead of a wife.
And Small could also be like, I'm fine with whatever this relationship would be like with Phoenix.
As far
You
as I
have
know.
no idea what Small is and isn't consenting to at all. And sometimes maybe they will have more long conversations about this is what my expectations are. This is our conversations in regards to these are my boundaries. And then also the same thing applies to everyone. Not everyone actually is on the same level. Now, there is certainly some concern, but I'm like, the babysitter and wife conversation seems more about Dylan and Rye more than it does about the relationship between Phoenix and Small. It's Dylan and Rye's impression of the relationship of Phoenix and Small,
It's true.
which is also unrealistic and stupid. Anyway, I'm fine.
All right.
So
So
thank you
anyway-
very much for joining us. If you like what we do, or if you just want to talk to us, or basically share your thoughts on maybe some of the things that we've shared here, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon if you'd like to support us. We've got some links in the description down below. But other than that, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!